I think a message I would give to women who are victims of violence is that you're not alone. And unfortunately, your story is not unusual. If you look at it from a scientific point of view, if you look at domestic violence or sexual aggression or sexual assault, it's mind-numbingly clear that these perpetrators all do the same things. You know, they destroy your personality, they isolate you. There are certain steps that they just intrinsically know. And I think a lot of women feel like they're tougher and they shouldn't complain and they shouldn't talk about it. And, it happens at every level of the socioeconomic ladder. So I think if more women talk about it, if more women try to stop it, that, suddenly we're going to get to this groundswell where it's out in the open. And that's the big thing, is it needs to be out in the open because it only exists in darkness. And that's why I prefer, when I'm writing my books, to talk about how difficult it is for women when they're trapped in this sort of situation. A lot of people think in The Kept Woman, my last Will Trent novel, someone who is a victim of domestic violence, she's very wealthy, but she doesn't have a lot of options. She's just as trapped as a woman who's living in a trailer with a horrible guy who's beating her. And I think that the more we talk about this, the more we look at options, and the more we say to the guys, the small handful of men who are these perpetrators, the more we say to them, this is not acceptable, you will not be part of society if you behave this way, the less times we'll see this happen.